how do we govern AI? If we kind of simplify it for the masses, CP, I start with you. Does AI even need a governance regulatory framework? Europe has done something, other parts of the world are considering it. We are looking at various forms of amending our privacy approach towards privacy. Does AI even need any framework of this kind, or should entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship be allowed to do its job? The mic to your right.
You know, Siddharth, when you designed an automobile, you did put an accelerator, clutch, and a brake. Yes. When you designed an highway, you planned for growth in the number of vehicles that will ply on that highway. Now, would you say just the city planning is for the sake of planning, or it is part of the governance? So my personal view is, if data, which is really what AI is, and if data and machine learning, if we let it remain without any governance or without any cybersecurity, then we are exposing ourselves to trouble. You've seen it on some simple laws that have come in social media. You say, Australia says not below 15, right? I mean, you remove. Now, this is what I call waking up a little too late, but at least you woke up. Yes. Here we have an opportunity, as the AI consumption is only touched of what the potential is, it probably touched only 1.5%.
Yes.
So wake up now and bring in the right guardrails.
Bring in the right guardrails. Umesh, as I come to you, you need to be 25 years in many domains to buy a alcoholic drink. You need to be a certain age to get a driving license. You need to be eligible to vote. There are eligibility norms for everything. The point that CP Gurnani made, very well taken. In the world of AI, and just before you came into the hall, I asked this entire hall of many students, and I asked, how many of you use AI? Every single hand went up. Is there need for any guardrails similar to the examples that I gave for the use of AI, and therefore consequently the protection of privacy and data?
So, since CP has taken one side, let me take a contrarian view. My company is headquartered in Silicon Valley. We see what's happening in US and in close competition with China in terms of the pace of innovation that those countries are leading with, whether it's LLMs or GPUs or data center. And India clearly wants to be in the race. This week here, all of us are here to make sure that India is part of the race. And so, while it's absolutely necessary that we all take cognizance of protecting our citizens against a very powerful technology which could have negative ramifications, but it's a very thin line. If we over-regulate at this moment, when, like CP said, we're not only scratching the surface, if we over-regulate in India right now, we run the risk of being left behind from the two giants in AI, which is US and China. Now, should there be guardrails? Of course there should be guardrails. My company serves 2,500 other businesses that are using AI. Not one Fortune 500 company is using AI without guardrails within their own setup. It's not like White House or the US government came out with a regulation or paper. This is just common sense. You want AI to use your company's data, there has to be guardrails. You don't want a person working in HR department looking at financial data because the AI is now connected. So of course there are guardrails, of course there are architectural ways of protecting information, protecting citizens, but I think we should not get confused in that there is this big role of the government needs to protect the citizens, let's over-regulate ourselves, because the risk on the other side is that India might become colonized by US and China in terms of AI, which we don't want. And so we have to play by the rules that the leaders are running at.
Saurabh, where do you stand? Two of the three panelists He spoke about guardrails. He's speaking about data colonization and the associated risks. Where do you stand on this debate?
I guess somewhere in the middle then.
Okay.
Between the two, right? And without the risk of being on either of the sides. I think simply put, the future of governance, for any governance, will have to be human in the lead and powered by AI. So I think as a combination of human plus machine would be the right optimal combination to put in the right safeguards and to interpret and apply AI well. Where does this entire discussion about lack of authenticity or guardrails being put in place come in? It essentially comes in because there is a general sense of a feeling that there could be certain bias, there could be certain inefficiencies in the data that we carry. CP hit the nail on the head when he said data is the foundation for any AI. So data can come with certain biases, certain unfairness, and that needs to be therefore checked and applied clearly. And hence, therefore, a regulatory framework with the human in the lead to make the right decisions, reverse or overrule AI systems wherever required, to apply it in the right manner is, I think, the best way forward.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.